Hey girl, we are in episode 85 and I have got a treat for you. I'm sharing with you the best traits of a recovery coach and what to look for when you need that additional support that's going to get you to pure freedom. It's important that you plan, prepare, practice, and perform, and that's what makes a good coach. Someone that can help you plan, someone that can help you prepare to fight the eating disorder voice, someone that's going to set you up to practice healthy coping mechanisms and strategies so that you can perform and live your very best life. Today's episode is going to give you some insight into when you need a coach and the best traits to look out for. Let's jump into today's show. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in the destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self. So I get asked on the regular, what is it that you do with your private coaching clients? How can you help support me if I'm truly struggling with disordered thoughts, behaviors, and food controlling my life? And so I wanted to do a show to show you exactly maybe what it is that you need to help support your recovery. Maybe you need a boost. Maybe you need that extra push. I'm here to support the gaps. When you need a coach is when you're feeling lost, when you're feeling alone, you're feeling bogged down or stuck. You feel like you're just not sure what to do next, or you need to get out of a rut. You want to partner with someone who has lived experience, and you need a more supportive, personalized action plan to help you truly find freedom and stop this madness, stop the cycle. And you want body image support, you want meal support, you want actionable self-care priorities and practices. You want strategic coping mechanisms that are going to get you to freedom and living your healthiest, strongest version of you. That's when recovery coaching is ideal. I share this in the bonus episode that I did, episode 24.5, and I talk about what recovery coaching is and support and accountability for you to take your power back, because I truly believe in coaching. The coaching experience is new and it's like none other. In that episode, I talk about the difference between therapy and coaching, what therapists focus on, which is the past type of experiences that are leading up, maybe the trauma that's occurred in your life that has led up to where you are today and developing an eating disorder and diagnoses and different things and so much more. But a coach is ideal for you when you're experiencing feeling alone. You feel so bogged down. You need someone to help support the gap. You need someone who's been there, who can give you a roadmap so that you can take your power back. Again, I talk about this in the bonus episode 24.5, so you'll want to go back and check that out. I also share with you how I support my private coaching clients. So today I'm not going to talk too much about what I do in recovery sessions with clients. You will want to fill out a client application if you're looking for recovery support, and I will connect with you and we can talk about what that experience is going to look like personal to your journey. But for today's episode, I wanted to talk with you about the best traits to look for when you're actually looking for a recovery coach. And I would love no other than to bless you, to support you, to work with you in your journey. But I realize I'm not for everyone, and that's okay. And so maybe you're out there looking for a coach and you're just trying to figure out like, who would be that person for me? So the best traits to look for, I believe, fall into 6 different categories. And I'm sure there's a gazillion more that I could list off for you today, but to keep the podcast episode into a relatively condensed episode, I'm going to talk about 6 different things. So 1, you want to find a coach that is a good listener, an active listener. You deserve and you need to be heard. And sister, I want to literally hear you in your story. I want to hear you in your pain. I want to hear you in your struggle. I want to hear you in your present circumstance. This is where I show up so that you can create your best future self. I do the work with you. I partner with you. I guide with you. I mentor with you. I teach with you. I'm helping you get through this path. And when you have someone to actively listen, it's hands down liberating, first off, but I want you to even think about, when is the last time, if ever, that someone heard my struggle with food, my relationship with my mind, and the controlling thoughts that are overtaking me on the daily? When's the last time I could share that with someone and them see me because they've been there? That's the power of finding a coach that is an active listener. And that's what I pride myself on, and the services that I provide to my clients, because it's all about being seen and heard. I have probably been exactly where you are right now. Exactly. My recovery journey was the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. And I've been through some stuff. And it was the most freeing. But because I've been through it, and I've been out on the other side, and I've been able to experience life free from it, I can now be there for you because I've felt all those same feelings. I have felt the fear to gain weight. I have felt the crippling fear of what other people were going to think about me. I have felt the real feelings and the distortion around myself as I checked myself in the mirror and thought that I would never be good enough, or looked at the number on the scale and wished it was lower. I have felt all those same feelings. So you need a coach that is going to be listening to you and holding you throughout the process. Number 2 is you need someone that's authentic. Someone that has been there, done that, gotten the t-shirt, and has so much more to give than just an education. Mind you, I'm not minimizing the expertise and the education that it takes to be in the eating disorder world and space. It is hands down such a complex area. And it's so important that that person that you work with actually has an education in what they're doing. But you also want to find someone that is authentic to their story, that straight up owns it. Sister, I am not afraid to shout from the mountaintops that my personal experience with anorexia was the reason for this podcast, was the reason why I started my business, because God placed a calling on my life to go, there are women out here that are trying to escape this madness. And diet culture wants us to believe that this is the way, but that is such a lie. And so when seeking a coach, make sure they are raw and real and stand in their truth. Make sure if someone is going to go on and on about food freedom and be able to escape their unhealthy relationship with food and body, that they have experienced recovery for themselves. Number 3, find support through silence. I allow my clients to sit with themselves. You need to be able to have time to reflect and work through the junk. Feel to heal, friend. You have to feel to heal. And it sucks. Like, I'll be the first to tell you. But in the coaching dynamic, it's important for you to be able to sit with your thoughts and actually think about what you're thinking about. Have you ever wondered why you do the things that you do? And every single day, it seems like you don't want to do what you're currently doing, i.e. restricting food, or bargaining with yourself and your brain, thinking about what you're going to eat next, etc., but you do it anyways? It's because there are these pattern loops that have occurred time and time and time again that you've created into being part of who you are and put on like an armor of identity. It's time to take your power back. Your eating disorder is not who you are. And it's important that you work with somebody that can help create silence and be okay with that silence so that you are allowed to sit with you. Number 4 is someone that is going to hold you accountable. Someone that is going to help you create a plan to achieve your goals. This one truly is one of the most effective traits and one of the most that I pride myself on with my private clients. Because when you are doing it alone, it is so easy to break promises to you. I mean, just think about it. Have you ever sat with yourself and said, tomorrow's going to be better. Tomorrow, I'm going to do the thing. Tomorrow, I am going to not let food control my life. Tomorrow, I'm not going to think about calories, and tomorrow is going to be different. And then tomorrow comes and you break that promise. And then that creates the shame game. That creates the guilt cycle. That creates so much more of a pit to get out of. And it's harder because you feel like you're a failure because you broke the promise to yourself, and you're just always going to be this way because you can't get yourself out of it. You truly desire to, but you just don't. This is where it is so important to have a coach, because when you are doing it alone, it is so easy to break those promises to you. But with support, it's different. A coach can hold you by your hand and can honor your own pitfalls that you might not even realize you're doing. And so it's so important to have that extra layer of accountability and truly get you to where you want to be, but push you in doing it. I mean, think about if you're in the gym and you have a personal trainer, you're doing push-ups, like think about it. Are you gonna do 25 push-ups by yourself? Or are you gonna do 25 push-ups when your personal trainer is yelling at you on the ground to do your push-ups, right? It's a similar type strategy, except we're not doing the push-ups. We are pushing you up so that you can be motivated and elevated and uplifted, so that you have a helping hand guiding you forward to the other side. It's so hard to do this by yourself, especially when you're feeling down and bad about yourself, especially when you already feel like a failure and you feel like you're stuck and you're sitting in that messiness. And so accountability is key. Number 5 is you want to work with somebody or find someone that's going to help support you and ask you the right questions. In the past, I think in the beginning of my coaching career and opening up my own coaching practice, I felt like I would ask questions, but I wouldn't go into the next, well, why? And tell me more. And so there's surface level type ask of questions, and a great coach is going to give you that next level. And sister, it is a skill I have developed. Yes, like anytime we are practicing something, it develops over time and it gets better with time. But a great coach is going to be asking you so many questions that are going to engage your mind, because when your mind is exhausted with the bargaining of eating disorder thoughts all day long, how are you able to question your own actions? I literally start every single session with a client asking powerful questions. What do you want? Where do you see yourself at the end of today's session? What does success look like for today? How can I benefit you and be the most supportive for you today? What do you need help with right now? What actions do we need to create? What structure do we need to put in place? What do you need to be holding yourself accountable to you, so that your recovery continues, so that you aren't going back and relapse, so that you are putting one step in front of the other? What does that need to look like for you? You need someone to be able to ask the right questions, because maybe you don't even know what questions to ask right now. That's where this support is so important. What support do you need? How can I help you today? What would make today's session valuable for you? Number 6, find someone who will help you coach you. This is someone who isn't going to push their ways on you, their ideals, their values. Their recovery is their own, just like my recovery is my own, and your recovery is your own. And a good coach knows that every single client is different in their journey, and you leave the experience challenging yourself. I have women that I still talk to today because I check in with my ladies time after time, and they tell me things like, Lindsay, I was at the barbecue with my family and I heard your voice in the back of my head saying, am I choosing not to eat this because I'm restricting it, or am I choosing not to eat it because I don't want it? I heard your voice in the back of my head saying, Lindsay has given me and granted me permission to eat. Lindsay has given me and granted me permission when I won't give it to myself. And so a great coach is someone who can help you coach you even after the experience is over and while the experience is occurring. because you're at the end of the day going to have to live with you. In order to create the best version of you, you at the end of the day are going to have to be able to apply these principles to your life years and years and years down the road. And the importance of working with someone that knows exactly what they're doing, that can help you coach you, is to get you to a place where you're literally talking yourself through the best strategies as almost like a coaching relationship, but internally. And a good coach knows that every single client is different. And so when I meet with one client, we're focusing on this. And when I meet with another client, we're focusing on letting go of the scale. And when I meet with another client, we're focusing on adding more dinner into the mix with real foods. So what I'm talking about here is that I can see what you may miss. And this creates awareness for you to challenge yourself to do the same. What is so awesome about a recovery coach and a coach in general, even if you think about just like a sports coach or when I was a figure skating coach at the end of my skating career, a good coach is planning and preparing and practicing and performing and working with you to motivate you and inspire you, but gives you the tools to do it for yourself. And so it's important that while we develop a plan together, and we prepare you to be successful towards that plan, and we practice week after week exactly what you're going to do to get you to the other side, that when you go out to perform, when you're sitting at the other side of the table looking at the menu, you know exactly what to do. John Wooden says this quote, and I love it. A good coach can change a game. A great coach can change a life. And sister, I am telling you, the recovery coaching experience is so incredible. It is like nothing else. I do this because I needed this in my life. And I can only imagine how much less pain I probably would have had to go through if I had had a coach in my life directing me. And yes, I had some awesome professionals. I had a wonderful care team. I was so blessed to have dietitians and to have therapists and to have group support. But there is nothing like a great coach who can truly change the trajectory of your direction, who can truly step in and be like, oh no, not today, friend. Today, when your mind wants to take you down this lane and go that way and go down that turn and down that brick road that's gonna lead you to starvation and deprivation, we're not doing that today. We are more than a conqueror. You are a warrior. You deserve so much more. And that means nourishing your body so that you can flourish into the very best version of you. You need someone who is going to light that fire under you. You need someone who is going to motivate, inspire, elevate, lift you up on the days where you are sinking. And sis, I truly believe that if you're looking for more support, you need a recovery coach in your life. I'm super excited because I actually have an intern that is supporting the Her Best Self Co. And she is going to be working in the business to help provide additional support for women as well. So as I continue to provide my one-on-one support to all of you, there is going to be a wait list because there comes a point where capacity is a real thing and I legit have to be like, I cannot do it all. And so I'm starting to get to that place right now. So if you are looking for a recovery coach, I would absolutely adore to hear you, listen, get on the phone with you and chat about what you need right now. And I would love for you to meet our intern who's going to be working as a coach within the business pretty soon. I am working with her on the sides, but you'll hear more about her as we integrate her into the business. And I just can't wait to continue to experience so many women and continue to change so many lives and continue to build this thing out times a million. Because sister, we need more recovery coaches. We need more people that are there to partner with you, people who have had lived experiences, people who understand, who sit right where you are, people that are able to help you with the here and the now, not the past, but today, that are able to sit with you in the struggle and are able to change the direction of your life, knowing that your recovery journey is yours and knowing that you have to feel to heal. I'm so excited I was able to chat with you today about recovery coaching. If you're looking for a coach, go on out to lindsaynickel.com. I would love to talk with you more about the coaching experience. All right, sister, it has been a pleasure talking with you today, and I cannot wait to huddle with you next week to bring a new episode straight to you. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.